everyone, my name is Alekhya, working as an assistant professor in cyber security department in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. So today our topic is on IT security organization in cyber security. So how it will be, so what will be the things and what are the positions in the IT security organization and what are their duties to be fulfilled. So all this we can discuss today. So in this, the contents are introduction and in IT security organization. So sample organization chart. So first one, introduction. So first of all, cyber security refers to information security. So it is all about protecting the confidentiality, integrity and availability of the information. So what it is? Confidentiality, integrity and availability. So what is confidentiality? So it is the disclosure of the content, disclosure of the data that has to be accessed by the only authorized people. So that is nothing but confidentiality. So what is integrity? So integrity is nothing but the truthfulness. So how truthful the data is, how pure the data is. So it is one of the security models element. And next one, availability. So availability is nothing but, so all the services that are provided by any organization is completely available for the customer, or is it it has to be completely available for the customer. So at the time of need, is it available for the user or not? So it is nothing but availability. So it is all about the information. So what is information security? Information security means not only protecting information, but also protecting information systems and information assets from unauthorized accesses, use, disclosure, disruption, modification or destruction. So these are all comes under some effects that will be on the breached data. So what it is? Information security is not only protecting the information. So protecting the information is not only about information security. So it also has to give some protection for the information systems and information assets from, so where it is from the effects like unauthorized accesses, uses of the data, disclosure, disruption, modification or destruction. And next one, all organizations like government organizations, military, financial institutions, hospital and private sector companies gather, process and store a great deal of confidential information about their products and services, research and development, employees, vendors, contractors, customers and financial operations. So these are all comes under cyber security. So what organizations will do? It includes everything. So within the government organizations, military, financials, private sectors, government sectors, companies which are private sectors. So they gather, process and store. What they store? A great deal of confidential information. So about what? So about their products and services, research and development, their contractors, their customers, vendors, financial operations and financial institutions that are connected to them. So all this comes under confidential information from the departments like this. And electronic media. So it is predominantly used to collect, process and preserve these information, and then the information is transmitted across the boundaries through internet. So what electronic media will do? So it will use to, it mainly its duty is to collect, process and preserve. So they have to be, the data has to be stored and these information, and then the information is transmitted across the boundaries. So they have to transmit those data across the internet. And every organization operates an email system. So for every organization, there will be one email system. And on intranet of the organization as a medium of IT infrastructure. So thus computer network become one of the backbone for every businesses. So where they will use these email systems for transaction of their personal data. Personal means their confidential data. And many organizations also use virtual private networks for securing communication channel. So what they will do? They will use virtual private networks. Virtual private networks for their securing the communication channel. So no third person has to enter in that. For that purpose, they will use these VPNs. And protecting confidential and sensitive information is a business requirement. As you all know, it is having so much of sensitive data, and these data has to be protected. And in many cases, it become ethical and legal requirement also. So what it has become? So it became ethical. So by securing the data by legally, so it is one of the ethical and legal requirement for every businesses. And businesses also need information security. So what they need? This information security to protect their trade secrets, proprietary information, personally identifiable information, so of their customers or employees or the vendors or anyone within the organization. So all this data has to be protected by using this information security. And besides businesses, for an individual, so not only businesses, for an individual, information security has a significant effect on privacy, so which can be result in theft, ID theft. So what it is? So not only businesses, but as an individuals also, this information security has a significant effect. So on the privacy. So where they will be result within the ID theft, and therefore, so you need information security as well as for information assurance. Information assurance is on the verge for a new millennium. And importance of cyber security to companies. So what is the importance of cyber security to companies, government organizations and individuals is continuously increasing due to rise in cyber attacks every day. So what it is? Due to rise in cyber attacks. So every day here the cyber attackers, they are coming with the sophisticated technologies. Every time they are coming with the new technologies, new updations they are coming with, and they are very they are very dangerous for the data. And how we have to gain some knowledge about what is cyber securities, what are the new technologies that are coming on like this. We have to gain some information. And privacy and protection of data, they has become one of the key issue. So with the concerns over identity theft and related cyber crimes. So what it has? Privacy and protection of data. So we have to maintain the privacy and we have to protect our data. So these has become one of the big issue as the cyber crime increases day by day. And this is one of the diagram where we can say that this is it is like a security model where these three components are very important, where confidentiality, integrity and availability. This is for every organization. They should maintain these things. They should maintain these elements to secure their information. And information systems, so they can generate many direct and indirect benefits. So information systems, they can be very advantageous, and also many direct and indirect risks also will be there. So these risks has led to gap between the need of protect systems and degree of protection applied. So what is the gap caused by? So let us see. First one, widespread use of technology. So how to use the technology? It is getting widely spread. And interconnectivity of the system. Elimination of distance, time and space as constraints, and unevenness of technological changes. So every time the technology changes day by day. And evaluation of management and control, and This attractiveness of conducting unconventional electronic attacks against organizations and external factors like legislative, legal, and regulatory requirements. So these are the gaps caused by this information security. So what it is? Widespread use of technology, interconnectivity of the system, elimination of distance, time, and as space, and unevenness of technology changes. So unevenly every time the technology is changing, and the devolution of management and control, and attraction over conducting unconventional electronic attacks, and external factors like legislative, legal, and regulatory requirements. So these are some gaps that are caused by the that are for the information systems, within the information systems. So all these results in new risks, so that could have significant impact on critical business operations. So what are the operations? Like increasing requirement for availability and robustness. So increasing the requirement. So the requirement is needed for availability and robustness. Growing potential for misuse and abuse of information systems affecting privacy and ethical values. And next one, external dangers from hackers. So it may be leading to device denial of service and virus attack, extortion, and leakage of corporate information. So these are all the some business operations that are that will result in risks. So typically, to maintain and control a computer network, every organization designates network specialist titled as network administrator. So every organization should need a network administrator or an information security manager or a network security specialist. So one of these experts has to be recruited within the company. So it is a must and should, where they can detect the attacks or the threats that are coming from the cyber criminals. So along with protecting organizations' computer network, along with this, so that is LAN or WAN, information security has also become one of the integral part of their responsibilities. So what it is? Information security. It is also has become one of the integral part of their responsibilities. So like protecting their data, privacy, protecting of data, or protecting networks. So when coming to this, so this is where this information security. So information security has also become one of the organization's computer network, and information security is also become one of the integral part of their responsibilities. So in the large organizations, so group of people, they are developed to cater security of IT infrastructure and information processing facilities. And the field of information security has grown significantly in recent years. So what it is? Information security, it has grown significantly in recent years. So rapidly they are growing. And there are many areas for specialization, including information systems like auditing, business continuity planning, and digital forensic science. So one of the most exciting segments of the cyber field is cyber forensics and investigation. So it will be more exciting to know about. And here what experts are doing. So experts in the field investigation of cybercrime and attacks after they happen and attempt to track down the perpetrators, so the criminals. Local law enforcement agencies and central government agencies like CBI, federal agencies like Federal Bureau of Investigation, and in USA such as FBI, all employ cyber security professionals in this capacity. And this call is need for cybercrime lawyer to provide a legal advice to the victims of cyber crimes to file case and recover the money, and to protect their information assets. So mainly for to protect their information assets. And sometimes like technocrats and cyber security professionals, So technocrats and technology experts and cyber security professionals, they might work as independent contractors. So they won't work combinedly, they will be work as, sometimes they have to work as independent contractors hired by the companies when they are design a new system or have some kind of cyber crime committed against them. So then this system, while giving flexibility, also requires businesses savvy on the part of employee to manage clients and continuously look for work. So what the organizations will do, they'll hire these experts, these cyber security experts or the contractors or the information security experts or the professionals. So they have to work not like dependent on each other. They have to sometimes work independently for the companies they hire. When they have any system, they have installed any new system within their company. So while cybersecurity has played a major role in the banking industry and other large corporate transactional businesses for some time, even small businesses are facing issues today. Mainly small companies only facing so many issues regarding cybersecurity. Why? Because of lack of complete knowledge on what is cybersecurity is, what is information security is, what are the security measures they have to be taken. And with the advent of e-commerce, network security has taken an even larger role as financial transactions and personal information like credit card numbers are passed along with computer networks with even greater frequency. And here cybersecurity is also important function inside companies. So within the companies, it is very important as employee data must be kept private and confidential according to the law. So the employee data has to be kept private and confidential. So according to the law, all the data that was given by the employees or the users or any vendors, so all has to be secured by the organization. And where cyber security has playing very important role in the organization's responsibilities. An ongoing struggle against terrorism and the quest for emergency preparedness and disaster preparedness have put a continued urgency in the cyber security as well. So these disasters may come in any ways, and organizations are also facing a new scrutiny in how to handle their data in the wake up of corporate scandals. So how to handle the data. So securing the data is very hard to control. So it may be transferred from one person to another person in a very short time. And this cyber security field is growing, and those with the people training and experience with will find plenty of opportunities. So this cyber security field is growing as they are having plenty of opportunities. And here the growing field of cyber security is about managing the risk inherent in these systems. And the main contribution toward rise is in demand for IT security. So because of the rise in this field, the demand for IT security has become more. So what it became, so the main contributions, what are the main contributions toward the rise in this IT security demand? So first one, corporate scams. Cybercrime on a rise. So corporate scams, cyber crimes, they are on rise. Compliance with various laws and regulations. So based on the technologies or based on the sophisticated new systems they are installing. So these laws and regulations also, there will be some variations. And competitive market. So opportunities for operation like professional certifications and IT security, and rise in outsourcing. Outsourcing is also one of the main contribution for demand for IT security. And this cyber security is a complex subject where to protect information system and information technology environment, one must understand the environment. So how the environment is and fixes to be applied. and differences between what is vendor applications and hardware deviations, and how attacks are preferred. So all this has to be understood completely. And next one, IT security organization. So information security activities should be coordinated. So they have to be coordinated throughout the organization to ensure consistent application of the security principles, axioms, and policy statements. Although the executive directors, they have charged the security committee with the task of securing organization's assets. However, so each organization has their IT security organization structured established. So one of the virtual aspects behind this understanding the management structure is to know the growth opportunities. So what is the growth opportunities within the organization? So let us see one of the chart for information security. So this is the sample organization chart. So it is based on the ISO 27001 certification. So it is important to note that so this may not be exactly how the security function is structured in each organization. So every organization, based on the requirements, based on their comforts, they will establish their organization chart. So this is one of the sample chart. So what are the positions within them? Let us see. So we are having some board of directors. So CEO, CFO. So what is CEO? Chief Executive Officer, Chief Financial Officer. And what is Chief Executive Officer? Under Chief Executive Officer, there will be Internal Audit Committee, one Internal Audit Committee, and Chief Information Officer will be there, and Chief Risk Officer. And under this Chief Information Officer, Cisco Chief Information Security Officer, Chief Information Security Officer, and Chief Technical Officer. And under CRO, Chief Risk Officer, there will be Risk Management and Compliance team will be there. And when coming to CIO, it is having they are having Chief Information Security Officer and Chief Technical Officer. And under CISO, so Security Administrators, so where they have policy and compliance, Chief Compliance Officer, and Network Administrations. So it is nothing but security operations, how the security operations within the network is happening. And Chief Technical Officer. So through them, so information assets owner will be there, and site security managers. So for every department there will be distributed like that, site security managers. So where they will see under security guards and facilities management. So see these dotted lines are for reporting. So they are for reporting, and this is for direct reporting. So they'll directly report it, and this is dotted lines is for reporting. Dotted line is for reporting. So they will like for CEOs they will report it, and whereas other operations like CIO, CROs, or a CO2 like Chief Technical Operators or Chief Information Security Operators, they'll just report it. Okay, so this is one of the sample organization chart. So what are the roles for them? Let us see. So this above figure displays the roles and responsibilities. So roles and responsibilities, the above figure displays various titles, and before discussing about the skills and related certifications. So let us discuss about the role of these titles. So first one, senior level executive. So senior level executive level, so those appointed, so these people appointed in this level are also called C executives or CEO, CFOs we can say. So who have all overall responsibility of information security. So what they will have? They will have complete information or complete responsibility of information security within the organization, and they will provide directives and overall business objectives to enable the middle level management. So this is about senior level executive or executive level. And next one, executive officer, CEOs or CFOs, that is the next level. So it is primarily focusing on the businesses in turn. So the revenue for the organization and increasing profits, they will be seen. And here CEO sets the directives and strategy. So what they will set? Directives and strategy for the organization to follow. So all the policies or all the roles and regulations that will be given by them. So it is being senior most position in the organization. This CAO is liable to government prosecutors and have some signing authority which binds the CEO within the organization. So it will give based on the seniority within the organization, and they will be having some benefits like this. There will be some government prosecutors and they have signing authorities. And next one, Chief Financial Officer. So what he will do? So it is in charge of controls over capital and other areas including financial accounting. So what they will do? Financial accounting, human resource and information security. So this is their responsibility. And who is Chief Information Officer? So it is a subordinate to the CEO. So he is one of the subordinate to the CEO, where it is considered a primary person responsible for internal control. What he will do? He will just control over the internal within the organization. And CIO might not be a true organization officer, we can say, where an exception may be CIO in the corporate headquarters. So he is not completely within the organization. So the CIO title, they may bear more honor than actual authorities. So they'll be more honor for them, and depending on the organization. And the CIO has mixed with liabilities depending on the issue and the actual position in the organization. So these are the responsibilities for this Chief Information Officer. And what are these middle levels? So these executives are responsible to oversee the day-to-day operations as per the guidelines and strategies laid down by the senior executive. So at the starting itself, these senior executives will give some guidelines or the strategies for the operations or the processes within the organization. So these middle level executives are responsibility is to complete operations are done day by day or not. So all this has to be checked by these people. And next one, Chief Technical Officer. So more commonly, this Chief Technology Officer is an executive level position in an organization. So one of the executive position, so higher position, whose occupant is focused on scientific and technological issues. So they have to focus on the scientific and technological issues within the organization. So they have to oversee research and development activities and formulating long-term visions and strategies in the officer level. So this position is responsible for the transmission of capital. So the capital is transformed or not, being monetary or intellectual or for political. So into the technology for furtherance. So they will mainly use for this role to become one of the predominant within the organization of the IT industry. But since it became prevalent in technology-based industries of all types, so for example, biotechnology, energy, like this. So this is one of the Chief Technology Officer's responsibility. And next one, Chief Information Security Officer. So he is responsible for establishing and maintaining the organization's vision, strategy and program. So what is responsible for? Vision, strategy and program, to ensure that all the information assets are adequately protected. So all the information assets are completely protected or not, all these things has to be responsible for this by the Chief Information Security Officer. So he also provides directions to IT staff in identifying and developing and implementing and maintaining processes across the organization to reduce information and IT risks. So what he will do? He will just see all the things like protecting the data, developing, implementing any new systems, maintaining the process completely across the organization. So they are mainly to the reduce information and IT risks and respond to incidents, establish appropriate standards and control. So all these come under this chief information security officer's roles. So what is a CISO also usually responsible for? So information related compliance. So here the CISO reaches the entire organization and responsibilities where it include information security and assurance, information risk management and IT controls for financial and other systems, information privacy, computer emergency response team or computer security incident response team, identity and access management. So these are some other responsibilities that were included where IT security architecture, IT investigations, digital forensics, discovery, electronic discovery, disaster recovery and business continuity management, information security operations center, information regularity compliance, management self-compliance. And next one, chief compliance officer. So what is his responsibility? Is to overseeing and managing compliance issues over the organization. So the role has long existing at companies that operate in heavily regulated industries like financial services and healthcare companies. And for other companies like a rash of recent accounting scandals and 17th Oxals Act, so like this. So these are some roles and responsibilities. And last one, so technical operator level. So what they will do? So it is a person employed to maintain and operate a computer system or network. So it is one of the person given the role to maintain and operate computer system within the complete organization. And next one, network administrator. So it is a modern professional. It is one of the modern professional. So he is responsible for the maintenance of the computer hardware and software. So it completely based on the software that compromises of a computer network. So this is one of the main responsibility for this network administrator. So these are the responsibilities of a sample organization chart. So where they have to follow. So today what we have discussed about the introduction and IT security organization and what are the sample organizations chart within the IT security organization.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.